Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. My name is Bobby Fazio, and this is Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio channel. It is Tuesday, June 3rd. Man, we're already halfway through the year. I don't like it. It's too fast. Nice day today, though. How about it? But we've just not been getting that many nice days at the racetrack this year. What's up with 2025 already? It's been a little crazy, man. Rain, rain, and rain. And you know how it is at these events. Especially these national events. You get a little bit of rain, that's it. Schedule gets worked, and we lose all stage time. We are running at the end of the day, man. First thing in the morning is decent, I guess we'll say. But end of the day, when they're breaking stuff down, that's not my favorite. I gotta, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Now in Epping, I know there was very, very little choice there, but it's it's a routine that I just hate that we are getting into here. I hope it doesn't keep going like that. Let's get rid of it. Daniel K. Davis, what's up? How you doing? It's time. It's time. Uh-oh. Bruce Fulper says flash floods in the last 2 hours. Not good. Well, be safe out there, Bruce, and stay dry. All right. Walt, what's going on, buddy? Let's go. Happy Tuesday. How you doing, Walt? Good to see you. Good to see you, Walt. Hayden Brown, what's up, man? From down there in New Orleans, Nollins, Steve Bruce, happy Tuesday. What's up, Steve? Joe Collins. Joe, you running that Stick Shift Nationals this year? Let me know. I haven't seen as much fanfare around it this year, but I know it's going on, and I did just see a posting about it. Clemens Concrete Stick Shift Nationals. Awesome, awesome event. Terry Nolan, hello. Loaded up and ready for Bristol. Who's going to Bristol? They are letting you withdraw until tomorrow. More on that in a little bit. Hey, Don Kennedy, what's going on? Nice wheelie, nice run the other day. Nice light, too, on top of all of that. How you doing, Don? Hope that car's insured, Don, if you're going to be doing wheelies like that. Yes, sir. Joe Collins is going back to defend his championship. All right. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I don't know about this Bristol. The forecast to me, I checked this morning, and then I checked later on. I checked about an hour or two ago, and it got better. In my opinion, it got a little better. That's on weather.com. So hopefully it keeps going in that direction. Driverinterviews.com, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you could. Hit the like, hit the share. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Driver Interviews. Hashtag The Car Show. OriginalLupeTortilla.com. Stan and Sheila Holt. This live show every Tuesday. Brought to you by Stan and Sheila of OriginalLupeTortilla.com, amongst the other wonderful sponsors that we have. Houston, Beaumont, College Station, and Katy. So hope that they're going to be racing. So I know Jared Grenier was on the list for Bristol. Hopefully he's still on there. Hope he doesn't withdraw. I want to see him out there. I like his cars. I like them Chevy 2s. DragonSites.com, guys. Start planning ahead. Check out how much ET you'll probably lose when you go to Bristol. Look at the runs from last year. Check out the qualifying order from last year for some drivers that you know or that in your division. You can see how much slower they're going than they normally do when they're at Bristol. And you can kind of plan ahead. Maybe you'll even do a jet change or something. I don't know. So DragonSites.com if you want to research yourself, research your opponents, and start planning ahead for races. And if you want to get a scorecard after every race weekend that you participated in, Dragon Sites does that as well. It's pretty cool. Contingency sponsor. Thank you very much, Alicia Anderson. Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance. He's here. We just heard from him. 602-284-6240 or 1DonKennedy@gmail.com if you want to get your race ride insured and or other things. Collectible car collection. Trailers. What have you? Don Kennedy can get you set up. Thank you, Don Kennedy. Put a clutch in your car while you're at it. Rob Youngblood can get you set up right there. AdvancedClutches.com. Looking forward to using Rob Youngblood's clutch this year. We made a little bit more progress on the 289, fitting the clutch and bell housing all up to it, and hoping to put it in the car pretty soon. So exciting times here in the Fazio Race Camp. Thank you very much, Rob Youngblood. AdvancedClutches.com. PontiacEngines.com. Bruce, I hope you're staying dry out there in sunny California. Why you got a flash flood going on? Come on. That's ridiculous. PontiacEngines.com. Mr. Bruce Fulper, Mr. 428 Pontiac guru there. He won class in the 428 at the 2004 U.S. Nationals. Exciting times. I wish I was at the. I wish I was racing class back in 2004. It would have been cool. I was going to watch it, but it sounds. I still can't believe that's 20 years ago. Isn't that crazy? RocketmanCoatings.com. Engine and drivetrain coatings, guys. Get your stuff coated. Some big things in the works there for Rocketman. Some big. He's been doing a lot of coding. I guess. What is it like when somebody writes some hit songs, but you don't even know they're doing it? That's like Rocketman. He's like the shadow coder. He's been doing a lot of work for a lot of well-known engine builders, and you probably didn't even know it. So if you want to cut out the middleman, go straight to RocketmanCoatings.com. Rocky can get you set up, and I'm looking forward to. He coded a lot of the parts in my 289 and my 302. That's also going back together. So got a lot of stuff done by Rocketman. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Get your taxes done, folks. Ray Minnick, RP Minnick, RPM at rpminnick.com. I like how that's RPM at RPM. That's pretty cool. It's RPM at rpminnick.com. Ray, how you doing? 267-247-7601 if you got some questions about your taxes and racing. All right. Guys, that is very important. A lot of you are not doing it right, we'll say. Okay. Make sure you're doing it right with the racing and the taxes. Ray can get you set up. And VP Racing Fuels, fuel and oil contingency this year. It's looking pretty cool. I got a new reel coming out. The in-car camera reels. I haven't put any out in a while, but I got a good one that I was working on a couple days ago that I want to put it out. And I think we're going to call it the VP Viewpoint, right? VP Racing Fuels, VP Viewpoint. And you can see the viewpoint from the driver, which would be pretty cool. They seem to be a big hit, man. There's over 900,000 views on the Rochelle T. Bear versus Stan Holt reel that I put up. And I think the last one I put up, and Candies in the wagon getting chased by Jeff Atkinson. That one's already up over 300, 400,000 views, I think, on Facebook. So they're pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of them. Reels are fun to watch. They're quick, they're fast, and you may have to pause this next one, or you might miss it. I'm just going to put that little nugget out there. How's that? All right. All right, who else is out there? George Wright, hello from the Motor City. Cobra Jet Racer, 9,500 RPM. He puts out some nice videos. George, you been putting out any stuff lately? Got to check out your channel again. Cobra Jet Racer, 9,500 RPM, guys. Check that out and subscribe to George Wright's channel. There it is right there. That's the name of it. Cobra Jet Racer, 9,500 RPM. Brian Cool, what's up? Good evening, Brian. Tom Gent, how you doing, Tom? What's going on, buddy? Down there in Mooresville, there was a cannonball run of race rigs from South Georgia to Bristol today. All right, so people are going. They're sticking it out. That's good. I did see people were withdrawing because the forecast, people are a little nervous. Sadly, Walt had to withdraw, and I was looking forward to watching Walt, win Bristol this year, but he'll be back out soon enough. I know he had to take care of some stuff. Tom Gent, what's going on? How you doing? Pete Lanciers, good evening, ladies and gents. How you doing, Pete? Padres playing tonight? Pete, the Padres are in town June, my birthday weekend here at in the Phillies stadium, and that's our fireworks weekend. So hopefully I'll be watching the Phillies beat your Padres in a couple weeks, Pete. Let's put a friendly wager on it. What do you say? Good evening, Chuck Weisberg. How you doing? Rick Martin, did you get your new mattress? Not yet. No, I was doing more research today. So keep the recommendations coming. Because if you want me to keep looking like this, with lack of brain power at 8:30 at night, then I'm going to keep sleeping on that. However, if you want me to be sharp, and well rested, I need something new. I need a better mattress. I want it soft. I want to sink into it. I want to feel like I'm sleeping on clouds. I don't understand how people like firm mattresses. I never understood that. When we had our condo and it came with the person's bed before us, and before we got our new bed, it was firm. I think it was an elderly woman that lived in there before us, and that thing was so painful. I don't understand it. I woke up, I had aches for like a month. So no firm here, man. Soft. And if it's got the temperature thing, that'd be cool too. I've never had something like that before. Billy Ryder, what's up, man? How you doing? Saw Dad recently, and glad to see he's out there. I think is he on the Bristol list? Can't remember. I think he's on the Virginia list. Pete Lanciers, good luck with that. What, the Phillies beating the Padres or me finding a bed? Thank you, Bobby. My latest are the two, that's the Great Lakes Super Stock Association combo races and the Indy Points meet. All right. Hope to get some video this weekend at our combo races again. Excellent. All right. So you got a race, Great Lakes Super Stock combo coming on this weekend. Where is that? George, let us know. There's Ray. He's late. He was checking for things hanging down on the stalker. Ray's tough, man. He's tough. What's going on, Ray? How you doing, buddy? All right, good to see you. We got some birthdays here. We got to give some birthday shout-outs. This is the Drag Insights calendar. It's got the birthdays on it. If you're a member and you provided your birthday, then you'll get a shout-out right here from me. So we've had Brett McFarland and John Duzak on May 28th, two standout class racers right there. Jeff Parker and Jimmy Johnson on May 30th. See that? Jimmy Johnson is a member of Drag Insights. How about it, right? Jim Storms and Matthew Baralt. They were yesterday. Happy birthday, Jim and Matt Baralt. He was racing Stock Eliminator up in Epping, New Hampshire this past weekend. He's from Canada. So we've got a couple stock and super stock racers mentioned in there, and even a NASCAR racer. How about it? All right. That's the Drag Insights birthdays. What else do we have? All right. Did anybody see this? The HP Expo, the Horsepower Expo, is going on in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend, or this week, I should say, because today's only Tuesday. And I feel like this is cool, man. This is like the motorsports PRI show, I guess you would call it, right here on the East Coast. I kind of wish I went to this. I was thinking about going like 5 months ago when I heard about it, and then look at that, it's already June 3rd, and I kind of like forgot it was coming up. So shame on me. But a nice big announcement here from Darren Poole Adams. How about it? Darren Poole Adams is, I guess him personally, is going Toyota racing. So he's going class racing with a 2026 Toyota Supra, or I should say the 2026 Toyota Supra sounds like it's going to be added to the class guide. So we are going to have to deal with probably a pretty fast import vehicle here in Stock Eliminator and or Super Stock. So the way I researched it here is the 2026 Supra comes with a turbocharged 3.0 liter inline six cylinder, right? It's the BMW B58 engine. It is advertised at 382 horsepower. Now there's the final edition, it's called, which I guess, I don't know. I hope it doesn't mean the Supra is going to be discontinued here, but 429 horsepower final edition. So 382, I guess the street version we'll call it, and 429 final edition, and 368 pound-feet of torque. How about it? And 420 pound-feet of torque for the final edition. So sounds pretty cool. Comes with a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed auto. Doubt anybody would run the 8-speed auto or the 6-speed manual in drag racing, but it sounds maybe, who knows? I don't know. It would be pretty cool. It is rear-wheel drive, guys. So this is not a front-wheel drive car. This isn't a this wouldn't be a conversion. So the way I'm seeing it, the base curb weight is 3389. So if I take that and divide it by 382 horsepower, if it was factored at that horsepower rating, that's an 8.87 weight break. That would put it in a natural B stock. So it would be an ABC stock Toyota Supra. So sounds pretty cool, right? Can't imagine how fast that thing would go. But I think it would be good. Like, you know, it may not, certain things may not be your cup of tea, but I think it'd be good for younger generation to see a Toyota Supra out there. And who knows? I mean, we might see a bunch of them out there. So I think it's cool. If it was the final edition, I think that puts it in double A. So that would be a triple A, double A, or single A in Stock Eliminator. So that's pretty cool too. Not sure what would put it in Super Stock. I forgot to look. But let's see. If it was 382 divided by 3389, 8.87. Let's see what that weight break is in Super Stock. 8.87. That is F. So that would be an EFG car if you were to run it in traditional Super Stock. Mind you, I have no idea. I'm just I'm just going by the curb weight that I found divided by the horsepower rating that I saw. This is all on Google. So I don't know if this is going to run like factory stock. I don't see how or why it would, because it sounds like it's an available street car, unless I'm checking or looking at the wrong one. But anyways, I think it's a cool announcement there. And Darren Poole Adams is always full of, he's always got tricks up his sleeve. He's always working on something when he's not on a cruise somewhere with his lovely wife. So good luck to him. And thanks for sharing that with us, Darren Poole Adams. If you want to read more about it, probably go on the HP Expo website and or classracer.com and or hit Darren Poole Adams up on Facebook. He's posted some pictures of it. Actually, let me see if I can pull those pictures up. There we go. Here's one of them. Check it out. Check it out. TheHPX.com is the website of the Horsepower Expo. As I can see it right there on the front bumper of the Supra. There's the back. Toyota Racing Development. Wow. I need some footage of this thing going down the track. Maybe he tested it already. Yep, I like it. All right. Excellent, excellent. Let me know what you guys think about that. There's a super stock race at Epping this weekend. Okay. Sounds good. So we got a combo race. That is usually the All-Star Super Stock Association. Mid-Michigan, Stanton, Michigan is the Great Lakes Super Stock Association. So good luck there, everybody that's going to be there. Who is going to police that combo? I don't know, Tom. I guess they're going to have to bring in some young engineers or something to check that out. I did see that they are training new tech officials, though. I saw that when I was in Belrose, and we saw it again this past weekend in Division 2, where Wesley was training a couple guys, and I think they tore down 4 or 5 cars. So we saw that on Facebook. I think Robbie Butler was one of them. I can't remember who the others were, but hopefully they'll be able to police the Toyota Supra as well. Dennis Chapman, what's up, Dennis? With the front-wheel drive stocker. I saw Dennis Jr. last week. Eddie Byler, what's up, Eddie? How you doing, buddy? Eddie, June 30th, Phillies, fireworks. It's a Monday night, unfortunately. Put in for off. All right. What else do we have going on? Well, this weekend we've got the Bristol Nationals, and it is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday 3-day race. However, the forecast, like I'm reading, it's iffy right now. So NHRA was gracious enough to let you withdraw if you are still entered. Usual withdrawal period would have been Monday at 1 o'clock Eastern Pacific time. I'm sorry, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. But they've extended it to tomorrow, 1 o'clock Pacific time or 4 o'clock Eastern time. So you have until tomorrow to decide if you want to withdraw. As of right now, or as of about an hour ago, there were 43 stockers entered and 43 super stockers entered. Unfortunately, they are not letting new entries come in. So you are allowed to withdraw only. If you were sitting on the sidelines hoping to get in, I'm sorry, but you can't. And the forecast looks like 82 degrees on Friday, 77 on Saturday, and 78 degrees on Sunday. 50% chance of rain Friday, 68% chance on Saturday, 37% chance on Sunday is what I saw on weather.com. So good luck, anybody that's heading to Bristol. If you're sticking it out, it sounds like Walt said there's a lot of guys heading over. So I don't think that many people are going to back out. Go for it. Where's Craig Gaultieri? He should have went for it. You're retired. You got nothing else going on. What are you doing? Backing out of Bristol. All right, let's head to Epping. Let's cover some results here. Number 1 qualifier in stock eliminator. Eric Merrifield in the T-Stock Automatic 1977 Gremlin. How about it? 52 cars in stock eliminator. Eric was the top of the heap there. 1332.6 on a 1440 index. 107.4 under the index. Eric Merrifield in the Gremlin. That used to be Ed Fernandez Gremlin back when I first started racing. And then in the final round, we had Mike Farrell in the 72 Duster. I believe he had to race his brother in round 4, Jim Farrell. E-Stock Automatic for Mike here in the Duster against Bob Letelier. This is Bob's home track for sure, up in New Hampshire. Bob's from Maine, but he said he was only about an hour away from the track. Bob was running a factory stock C 2014 Copo. Nice guy. Both these guys are nice, great people here. Division 1 standouts. Bob in the 14 Copo dialed 940, and he was 068 on the tree. Mike Farrell was 048 on the tree. Mike had a 200th advantage off the start. He was dialed a 1081, looking over his shoulder, watching Bob Letelier close in, and Mike just didn't give it enough brake pedal. He ran a 1079 on the 1081, breaking out by 2. Bob Letelier runs a 941 on a 940. Looks like he was flat in. He went 141 miles an hour and got the win there. Congratulations, Bob Letelier. That is his 5th national event win, but I know he said it's been a while since the 4th. So congratulations, Bob and son Mike. They raced together. Great people there. That's Bob's Auto Sales out in Binneford, Maine, I believe is where he's from, if I'm saying that correctly. What else? Let's see. Adam Strang. How about he made it to the 5th round in the Pontiac Firebird, the stick, 67 Firebird, I believe it is. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Bob Letelier, he had to get past Jazuski, Tim Whitehead, Jim Boudreau. Then he had a bye. Then he got past Bubba Linky, who was 002 red, I think. And then he makes it to the final round against Mike Farrell. Mike Farrell, like I said, he had to race Jim Farrell in the 4th round. He had a bye in the 3rd. Beat Johnny Gray in the 2nd round, and had to race Matt Baralt, one of our birthday guys, in the 1st round. So congrats, Bob Letelier. Super Stock, number 1 qualifier, Phil Langford, owner of Gold Rush Trailers, which, as you all know, is the best trailer you can possibly get. Factory Super Stock E, the car is called the Gold Rush, and it is a gold-colored car. So it's a 2014 Camaro, 2014 Copo, 908 on a 1005 index. There were only 29 cars in Super Stock, 5-round race. He was 96 under the index. Congrats, Phil Langford. And then we get to the final round. We got Shane Oakes in the 98 Firebird, recognizable black Firebird, GTH automatic. Shane Oakes is always in the late rounds, going up against Bob Don in the 1992 Mustang that he bought off of Jeff Roll some years ago. Super Stock M automatic. Bob Don dialed 1111. He was 052 on the tree and broke out by 2 measly thousandths of a second. 1110 with an 8 on the 1111 dial in, breaking out by 2 thou, while Shane Oakes was 042 on the tree. He had 100th on the starting line advantage, and he ran dead on with a 3. 972.3 on a 972. Congratulations, Shane Oakes. That's his 2nd national event win. Shane had to get through Mark Lebrecht. Then he had a bye. Ron Richards, Lenny Williams, and then Bob Don in the final. Bob Don got past Gregory Gay, Eric Merrifield with the wheel standing truck. Jay Coughlin is John Coughlin, I believe, in the probably the modified Cobalt. Louis Gill in the Cavalier, and then the final round. So congrats, Bob Don, for making it to the final round in the Mustang. Okay, where are we heading to next? South Georgia Motorsports Park. Another rainy event there. So we had rain in Epping. We had rain in South Georgia. Every time I was trying to watch one, it was raining. I put the other one on, it was raining, and then I totally forgot D5 was even having an event because that wasn't on NHRA TV. So what was that all about? Couldn't somebody set up a camera there so we could watch? All right, number 1 qualifier in South Georgia Motorsports Park, race 1. This was a double here. Jimmy Hidalgo Sr., F-Stock Automatic out of Louisiana. That's an 04 GTO. They love the 2004 GTOs down there in Louisiana. 1083.7 on 1185. So he was 1013 under the index. Congrats to the Country Dog. Introduced himself to me as the Country Dog 10 years ago when I met him in Gainesville. I didn't even know what was going on. Terry Taylor was in the final round against Jeff Longany. How about this? We had 2 Corvettes. 72 Corvette for Terry Taylor, G-Stock Automatic. And Jeff Longany's got a 2000 Corvette in B-Stock Automatic. Let's see what happened. Jeff Longany pops it red by 2 thou. He was dialed 1064 and he coasted to the finish. Terry Taylor was 014 on the tree, though. Leaving first, he was dialed 1120. 014 leaving first. Nice job. And then coasted to an 1135. Getting the win. His 10th divisional event win. That is a nice wheel standing silver 72 Corvette. He was trip zip perfect in the first round against Sterling Simmons. 003 against Dawson Pauly. 43 against Lowell. 007 against Wheeler. 45 against Jeff Atkinson. And then 14 in the final round. Congratulations, Terry Taylor. Let's see. Moving into super stock, John Fogel, GTH Automatic out of South Carolina. It's a 2005 Cavalier. He was 93 under the index, 956, 9 on a 1050 index. So congrats on that. Mike Crutchfield, there's a recognizable name from down there. Super stock D modified, 2008 Pontiac G5 going up against Michael Bryant, super stock F Automatic 2015 Camaro, the street version. Michael Bryant was dialed 972. He was 070 on the tree. Can't do that against Mike Crutchfield. Michael Bryant broke out trying to get there. Crutchfield was 025 on the tree, around a 908 on his 907 dial-in. Congratulations, Mike Crutchfield. It's his 16th divisional event win. He got past Jeff Atkinson, Jared Grenier, Corey Taylor, M. Young, and then he had a bye run, and then he raced against Michael Bryant. Matt Young, Mike Young, can't remember what Young's first name is. All right, race 2. Country Dog strikes again. He's number 1 qualifier in stock eliminator. And there were 55 cars. There were 56 cars in the first showing of stock, 55 for the second one. So what did he go this time? 1062.6 on 1170. So he was 107 under the index this time. So congratulations. That's a trigger right there for the 04 GTO. I'm not sure which engine combo, because I know there's 2 of them that he likes to run, if I remember correctly. Who else? Jeff Longany's in the final again. All right. Getting some retribution here. 2000 Corvette B-Stock Automatic going up against Steve Foley in the Factory Stock D 2023 Copa. That's a Darren Poole Adams car right there. Not sure what happened here. Steve Foley was 004 on the tree, and I guess he broke because he got no time. So unfortunate for Steve Foley to have a 004 action time there and get no time. Jeff Longany was leaving first. He was 064 on the tree. He dialed 1058 and ran an 1124 on his 1058, coasting to the finish. That's his 9th divisional event win. Congrats, Jeff Longany, in the B-Stock Automatic 2000 Corvette. And say hello to your nephew for me. That is Eddie's son. How's he doing? How's his junior dragster doing? I'd like to know. And send me his PM me his info. I want to send him a shirt. Who did Jeff get through? Schachter in the first round. Hidalgo in the second round. Not sure which Hidalgo it was. Lowell again. Freeman. Wheeler. And then he makes it to the final against Steve Foley. Steve Foley was 005 in the semifinal against Jeff Strickland. And then 021, Orion Riley. Caraway was 036 against him. Terry Hembry, 027, and Mace. He was 017. So Steve Foley put together a nice string of lights there. Congrats on your runner-up finish, Steve. And then Denny Stewart, GTK Automatic. Dennis Stewart, I should say. And 1990 Dodge Daytona. He was number 1 qualifier to the 44 cars in Superstock in race 2. 97 under the index and 992.2 on a 1090 index. And then there's Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. We know he wasn't going to go somewhere and not win a race, right? 99 Firebird Superstock G Automatic. This is Jimmy Jr. He went up against Monty Bogan in the Superstock B modified stock 1992 Camaro. Monty Bogan had no time, and he had no time the round before it. So I don't know what happened there. He got, I guess he broke on a bye run or something, and he didn't show up for the final round. That sounds unfortunate. So Hidalgo got a nice, easy win there. I guess he just put the car in the beams and then drove it, coasted down the track, 70 miles an hour. Congratulations, Hidalgo Jr. Now, this is how you win world championships. Listen to this string of lights from Hidalgo Jr., right? This is why this is his 26th divisional event win right here. First round, 018 against Rutledge. 012 against Dan Fletcher, 013 against Josh Barzy, 019 against Billy Ryan, 23 against Corey Taylor. Check out the range of those lights, right? A 12 to a 23. The kid is working some magic up there on the starting line. It's amazing. The focus, the eyes, the reflexes, I don't know what he's got going on there, but I wish I had it. Congrats, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. All right, 26 wins there. And then we're going to cover the points after we cover D5 here. So Division 5 out in Earlville, Iowa. Hold on, let me catch my breath here. Mark Young, thank you. I'm a little behind on the comments. Oh, interesting. Interesting fact there from Walt Walker. Jim Hidalgo Sr. was number 1 qualifier in the first race, and Cooter, the son was number one second race. So there you go. Thanks for clarifying that. Walt, are they the same combo? Let us know. Because Ray says those GTOs could use some love. Don't tell Sterling. Oh, man. Now, I know Hidalgo Sr. drives that black one. I thought that had a different combination in it. So I know Walt will know. I'll give Walt some time. He'll get back to us. All right. They were actually checking some engine components at South Georgia. Yes, they were. That was Wesley and a couple of trainees down there. So we were happy to see that. Keeping everybody honest. We like that. Yes, the same combo right now. So father and son are running the same combo right now. So that's a trigger, but they're too smart for that. They will keep that protected. I know. I mean, when you got Jimmy Jr., who, goes an average of 6 rounds at every event he's at, he's got a lot of time to fix anything that's, needs fixing, we'll say. All right. Division 5, Earlville, Iowa. Number 1 qualifier, Randy Ray Wills. I stick. 1980 Camaro. Love it. 11.13.6 on a 12.20. He's 1.06.4 under the index. Congratulations. There were 75 cars in stock eliminator out there in D5. Nice turnout. I like it. Let's see. Who was in the final? Boy, it was a lot of Plymouths running stuff out here in Division 5. Logan Wernett. 1962 Plymouth Belvedere E-Stock Automatic went up against Troy Vogel. Now, he was in a 72 GTO G-Stock Automatic. What happened here? 1099 dial in for Logan in the Belvedere. He was 022 on the tree, runs dead on with a 4. 1099 4 on a 1099. Troy Vogel was dialed 1111. He's 031 on the tree. That's not bad. Leaving first. And he ran an 11.14 at 111 miles an hour. I do think he's still flat in that. I just think the dial was missed by a little bit and missed by 300ths of a second. So Logan Wernett gets the win in the 62 Plymouth E-Stock Automatic. Awesome. That is his 3rd divisional event win. Congratulations. Who did he get through? Boy, I'd have a hard time pronouncing some of these names. LeBlanc Lund, he was 031 against LeBlanc, 005 against Lund, 002 against St. Clair, 037 against Chris Knudsen. He's a killer. 033 against T. Fenner. I guess that's Trista Fenner. And then final round, he's 022. So he's cutting some good lights in the Plymouth there. Congratulations. Let's see. Sean Marquinet was number 1 qualifier in Superstock. That is a Superstock M. 1984 Mustang. I believe that is a 4-cylinder turbo car. 42 cars in Superstock, 1055 on an 1160 index. So he was 105 under. Congratulations, Sean Marquinet. And then Gene Mosbeck squared off against Russ Kramer. Now, this is a 64 Savoy for Mosbeck and a 64 Belvedere for Kramer. So like I said, 3 out of the 4 finalists in stock and Superstock were running old Plymouths. Cool, man. Let's see. Mosbeck, Superstock E automatic. Russ Kramer was Superstock F automatic. That's a shame. We were very close to having a heads up. And let's see. Mosbeck dialed 1009. He's 024 on the tree and runs a 1010. Russ Kramer's dialed 1026. 036 on the tree and breaks out by 0.06 of a second. 1025.4 on the 1026. So let me see here. Did he have some room? Who left first? He left first. 36, and he's under by 6, so he's a 30 pack. And let's see, Mosbeck is 24 and over by 9, so he's 33. So looks like Russ Kramer took 3 thou down there, doing a good job, broke out by 6 thou. Wasn't much he could do. Good job by both drivers there. Now, interesting fact here. I don't know. It's caught my eye, but the 2 finalists in stock eliminator were qualified back-to-back, number 55 and number 56, so they wouldn't square off until the final because they're on opposite sides of the ladder. And in Superstock, they were qualified back-to-back, 37 and 38, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Back-to-back qualifiers meeting in the final round for both categories. Gene Mosbeck, that was his 9th divisional event win, and he was 000 against Brett Spear in the first round, 32 against Harder, 44 against Rose, 47 against Graham, 012 against Jason DeForest, which he probably needed every bit of, and then 024 in the final round. So congratulations, Gene Mosbeck. Awesome. Let's go over the points here. Let's see how things shake out after that weekend of racing. So number 1 in stock eliminator, top 5 in stock eliminator nationally. We got Jeff Atkinson in first place. Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. has moved into second. Bruce Castle is in third. C.W. Hofer is in fourth. And Chris Hall is in fifth. Atkinson's got 482 points. Chris Hall's got 408 points. And that is stock eliminator. Super stock, we got Leo Glassbrenner, 476 points in the lead. Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. is in second in super stock as well. So he's in second in stock and super stock. Didn't take him long. He's run 2 nationals and 5 divisionals. So he's got another, he can run 3 more divisionals and they'll take his best 5. And he can run 4 more nationals and they take your best 3. Evan Kowalski is in third. Mike Cotton's in fourth. And Chad Guilford is in fifth. That is super stock nationally. All right, let's go through first place in all the divisions. Stock eliminator Division 1, Austin Alvey. What is he doing in my division? Darn it. Super stock, Rich Prizer. Nice. He's got the not a modified factory GT 67 Mustang. Division 2, Jeff Longany is now in the lead in stock eliminator. Mike Crutchfield in super stock. Division 3, Bruce Castle in stock. Jeff Donut in super stock. Division 4, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Cooter in stock and super stock. So he's off to a great start. Division 5, Jamie Peasht in stock. Jason DeForest in super stock. Division 6 is Larry McClanahan in stock and Jody Lang in super stock. Division 7 is Nanette Stein in stock and Leo Glassbrenner in super stock. And we're probably going to be saying those 2 names for quite some time because they don't race again in Division 7 until September. So Nanette Stein and Leo Glassbrenner, probably get your names announced many more weeks unless somebody runs out of division. Okay, let's see here. What else? All I know is that we got the Bristol National this weekend among the Great Lakes Stock Super Stock Association and the All-Star Stock Super Stock Association up in Epping, New Hampshire. Great Lakes is in Michigan. Midland, Michigan, I think it was called. What was the name of that track again? I already forgot. Darn it. Okay. Well, we'll try and find it again. Mid-Michigan. Stanton, Michigan. There it is. All right, guys. Anything else? Go research that Toyota Supra, 2026 Toyota Supra, and see if you can buy one and start running it in stock eliminator. Maybe it's factored nicely. You can just drive it off the showroom floor and right into competition. All right, guys. If I forgot anything, be sure to let me know. And good luck this weekend. Stick it out. Go to Bristol and give me something to watch. All right, guys. Have a good night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and thank you to all the sponsors that make this show possible. All right, guys. Have a great night. See you.